Who will be Trump's nominee for vice president in the 2024 election? Greetings and welcome to our channel. This enthralling video explores the eagerly awaited subject of the vice presidential nomination of Donald Trump for the 2024 election. Our proficient analysis and privileged information will furnish you with a profound comprehension of the prospective candidates, as well as the rationales underlying Trump's ultimate selection. When evaluating prospective running companions, we take into account their credentials, political background, and distinctive qualities that they contribute to the discussion. Become a participant in this intellectually stimulating discourse as we reveal the candidate who has been chosen and analyze the reasoning behind Trump's choice. Constantly monitor our channel for intellectually stimulating political commentary, breaking news, and engaging updates pertaining to the forthcoming 2024 election. Obtaining information regarding the future of American politics should not be neglected. Respected guests, the moment that has been eagerly awaited has finally arrived. The vice president nominee of Donald Trump for the 2024 election is rapidly approaching its unveiling. President Trump, renowned for his astute strategic judgment, has meticulously chosen a candidate who personifies his vision for the future of the United States. Trump, the former president of the United States, is running for the presidency for the third time in a row. However, a position is currently available: his running companion. No one believes it will be former Vice President Mike Pence. Given their strained relationship following the 2020 election and the January 6th uprising. In an effort to expand his support base, Trump, a 76-year-old white, heterosexual individual, might consider a woman, person of color, or youthful person for 2024, or all three, but he might not. 10 potential contenders are as follows. 1. Tucker Carlson. The Fox News host appeared in Iowa, the state that has the initial say in the Republican presidential nominating process, last summer, sparking speculation regarding his potential political aspirations. He appeases Russian President Vladimir Putin, provokes liberals, and promotes the far-right, Great Replacement theory, which asserts that Western elites are importing immigrant voters in order to displace white people. He is a Trump supporter. However, Carlson's views would undoubtedly alienate moderates and independents. 2. Nikki Haley. The former governor of South Carolina served as the inaugural United Nations ambassador of Trump, despite having sided with him during the January 6th uprising. She, similar to numerous other Republicans, readily extended her pardon. She also demonstrated a willingness to campaign for Herschel Walker, the Georgia Senate nominee, notwithstanding his flagrant incompetence and controversies. Conversely, the daughter of Sikh immigrants from India could be perceived by Trump's campaign as an ideal counterargument to allegations of misogyny and bigotry. 3. Ron DeSantis. Certain "Make America Great Again" electors who are undecided between his insurgent competitor and the genuine original would prefer to see them collaborate on a dream ticket for the MAGA Prix. Florida Governor DeSantis once appeared in a campaign advertisement where he instructed one of his children to build the wall along the U.S.-Mexico border by arranging plastic blocks while reading The Art of the Deal, a book authored by Trump that discusses acquiring wealth. However, he is now referred to as Ron DeSanctimonious by Trump, and the two individuals resemble one another more than anything else. They are yin and yang rather than yin and yang. 4. Marjorie Taylor Greene. A far-right congresswoman representing Georgia, embodies the era of Trumpism through her dissemination of Islamophobic, anti-Semitic, and racist rhetoric, endorsement of political violence, and dissemination of ludicrous conspiracy theories, e.g., the assertion that a California wildfire was instigated by a space laser under Jewish control. She recently alleged that the mob would have been armed and successful in its attempt to prevent the certification of Joe Biden's 2020 victory at the U.S. Capitol had she led the January 6th attack. She subsequently claimed this was sarcasm. Despite her lack of experience, her assertive approach to campaigning resonates well with Trump. 5. Tulsi Gabbard. The former presidential candidate and Democratic congresswoman is endeavoring to establish herself as a right-wing media personality. She advocated on behalf of Republicans, including election denier Carrie Lake, During the midterm elections, Trump is likely to be moved by her provocative challenges to Western orthodoxy regarding dictators like Vladimir Putin and Bashar al-Assad of Syria. Additionally, he might determine that he requires a female running companion in order to appease suburban women. 6. Kari Lake. From the eve of the midterm elections until her defeat on Election Day, she emerged as the breakout Republican figure in the campaign for the governorship of Arizona, with the assistance of the charismatic former television anchor, who was endorsed by Trump. He managed to sound almost credible while repeating his election falsehoods. Since her defeat, Trump has twice invited Lake to his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida, despite his aversion to losers. His statement that she is an unpolluted product of central casting would not come as a drastic revelation. 7. Kristi Noem. The governor of South Dakota has emerged as a prominent figure in conservative conferences and the media, expressing strong opposition to the Chinese Communist Party and coronavirus pandemic lockdowns. She promised to support Trump in 2024 and would be shocked if he asked her to be his running mate, she told CNN in July. Noem's tenure in public office may provide Trump with a fresh opportunity to establish his credibility among women, Christians, and rural Americans. 8. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. In her capacity as Trump's White House press secretary, exhibited unwavering loyalty by advocating for his agenda and asserting that critics misconstrued him. She was elected governor of Arkansas last month, continuing in the political legacy of her father, Mike Huckabee, who is recognized for authoring the Kid's Guide to President Trump. Sanders and former pastor Huckabee could potentially assist Trump in bolstering the Christian evangelical vote, in opposition to potential challengers like Pence. 9. Elise Stefanik. Trump highly values loyalty, and among those colleagues, New York Representative Elise Stefanik, the third-ranking Republican in the House of Representatives, stands out as the most devoted. She vehemently defended the former president during his impeachments, and proclaimed this year, "I was once a moderate. I am now an ultra-MAGA. I am particularly proud of it." In spite of the unfavorable midterm results, she endorsed Trump immediately for 2024. He has referred to her as a star, and stated, "She appears to be a promising young lady." 10. Tim Scott. It has been reported that the senator from South Carolina is contemplating a presidential bid in an effort to rally blacks for Trump and diffuse allegations of bigotry. The Trump campaign may have considered Scott a compelling candidate. In 2020, he told the Republican National Convention that his ancestor was forced to gather cotton as a third grader, which was an abhorrent experience. He never acquired the ability to read or write. Our family rose from the cotton industry to Congress within a single lifetime. 11. Marco Rubio. The Florida senator, a rival to Trump in 2016, has hummed along as a reliable Trump ally and leading Republican voice on foreign policy issues. Experienced on the national stage, Rubio is a known quantity. His pro-Israel, anti-Putin track record is particularly timely. He is a fluent Spanish speaker, and his Cuban heritage figures prominently in his political bio. Rubio and Trump have quietly had a close relationship for years. Before Trump was voted out of the White House in 2020, he was considering Rubio as a possible Secretary of State nominee. 12. Mike Pompeo. Pompeo, a former congressman from Kansas, was a fixture in the Trump administration, first as CIA director and then as Secretary of State. He has more high-level experience than most of the other contenders. He would provide geographic balance as a Midwestern presence on the Republican ticket. 13. John Ratcliffe. A former House member from Texas who served as the Director of National Intelligence in Trump's administration. A former prosecutor, Ratcliffe made a name for himself grilling Peter Strzok, an FBI agent, over text messages mocking Trump before the 2016 election. Trump still talks about those texts on the campaign trail. He was rated as the most conservative legislator in Texas by the Heritage Foundation. He remains close to Trump and would be viewed as a solid choice for the position. 14. Vivek Ramaswamy. A wealthy entrepreneur, Ramaswamy has built his campaign around his devotion to Trump. and many Republican voters have responded warmly. Youthful and energetic, Ramaswamy could be a potent surrogate for Trump, who will spend much of 2024 tied up in court defending himself on criminal charges. No presidential contender has been more eager to praise Trump from the debate stage, on social media or on the campaign trail. Trump has returned the adoration, saying in August that he thought Ramaswamy would make a very good VP pick. 15. Byron Donalds, a second-term congressman who has made a name for himself in Washington as an avatar for the next generation of pro-Trump Republicans. He is one of the party's relatively few black office holders, and would add racial diversity to the ticket at a time when Republicans are seeking to draw black voters away from Democrats. Trump has taken notice of Donalds and has spoken admiringly of him to advisors. Trump has also hinted that he might appoint a current opponent for the position in 2024. He even posted on social media, "Let them debate so I can see who I might consider for vice president." He has not yet pledged to attend the inaugural Republican presidential debate later this month. However, apart from the candidates listed above, who else might Donald Trump choose? Please share your thoughts with us. To remain informed and intrigued in the complex intricacies surrounding vice presidential selections, kindly subscribe and activate the notification chime for subsequent updates. By liking and sharing this video, you are assisting fellow political enthusiasts in gaining knowledge. We appreciate your viewing of this video. Goodbye and enjoy your day.